Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. In this particular video, we'll be looking at some of the probability questions which has appeared in your previous SBI PO examination, and these questions will be very important for your upcoming mains examination as well as pre-examination. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's move on to our next slide. So the direction of the question is, in a bag there are three types of colored ball of red, white and blue color. Okay, so basically we have a bag and bag is filled with three types of colored ball, that is red colored ball, white colored ball and blue colored ball. Okay. The probability of selecting one red ball out of the total ball is half, and the probability of selecting one blue ball out of the total is 2/7. Okay, the number of white ball in the bag is 6. So this is the basic information that they have provided, that in the bag out of the total red ball, white ball and blue ball, the probability of picking a red ball is half and the probability of picking single blue ball is 2/7, and also the total number of white ball is 6. Okay, so I am assuming that if white ball is 6, let the number of blue ball be B and the number of red ball be R. Okay, so the total number of balls in the bag will be R plus B plus 6. Okay, this is the total number of balls in the bag. Now if I have to find the probability of selecting one red ball, then it will be, I can select any of the red ball. Okay, so the probability is total number of favorable event divided by total number of ways of doing that particular event. So if I talk about how many ways I can select the red ball, I can select, if R is, for example, if R is 5, I can select the red ball in 5 ways. I can take the ball number 1, ball number 2, ball number 3, ball number 4 or ball number 5. So there are 5 ways to select the red ball. Okay, so the favorable case will be R, and the total number of ways in which a single ball can be selected is R plus B plus 6, because we have total number of ball this much. Okay, and we want to pick one ball out of it. Okay, so the total number of ways will be R plus B plus 6. Okay, and this is equal to half. Again, they have said that the probability of selecting one blue ball. Now how we are going to find the probability of selecting one blue ball? The same way that we have find out for the red ball. It will be the total number of favorable ways will be B, because there are B blue balls. I can select any one of them, and the denominator will be R plus B plus 6, and which is equal to 2/7. So we have two unknowns, that is R and B, and two equations we have already framed. Now solving these two equations will give us the value of R and B, and after plugging in the value, we can easily get the total number of balls in the bag. So if I cross multiply these two numbers, I will be having 7B equal to 2R plus 2B plus 12. So if I take this 2B on the right hand side, it will be 5B equal to 2R plus 12. Again, if we cross multiply these two equations, I will get 2R equal to R plus B plus 6, which can be simplified to R equal to B plus 6. Now plugging the value of R in this particular equation, we will have 5B equal to 2B plus 6 plus 12, which will be equal to 2B plus 6, 2 times is 12 plus 12, that is 24. Now this 2B can be taken to the right hand side, and I will be having 3B equal to 24. 3B equal to 24, so B will be 8. So I am getting B is equal to 8. So if B is 8, R will be 14. So the total number of ball will be 14 plus 8 plus 6, which will be equal to 28. So in the bag, the total number of balls were 28 balls. Okay, so this is the second question of this particular probability question. What are the total number of balls in the bag? So we have already found out the total number of balls in the bag, that is 28. So my answer will be option A. Okay, now the first question that they have asked, if all the balls are numbered starting from 1, 2, 3 up till 28, as we already know that the total number of balls is 28 and so on, then what is the probability of selecting one ball? So they are basically asking us the probability of selecting one ball which is numbered as a multiple of 3 or 7 out of the total number of balls. So whenever we have a case like this, when we have to find the probability of selecting a ball and there is either or case involved, we can use the formula for probability, that probability of happening of event either A or B is equal to probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So I will have this formula, P A union B. Okay, this A is the event of having a multiple of 3. Okay, and this B is the event of having a multiple of 7. So this A union B, that is either A or B, is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Now A intersection B implies here that what is the common between these two numbers? These two events will be common when we will have a ball which is numbered 21. Okay, because this is having a multiple of 3 also and multiple of 7 also. This is the common part. So we have to subtract the common part. Now what is the probability of getting the multiple of 3 and what is the probability of getting the multiple of 7, and again what is the probability of getting the multiple of 7 and 3, that is 21. So this is the multiple of 21. Okay, this is the multiple of 7 and this is the multiple of 3. Now if you look at the total number of balls, we have got balls up till 28 because the total number of ball is 28. Now if you look at the multiple of 3 in these 28 numbers, we will be having 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24 and 27. So the total number of multiple of 3 are 3, 3, 6, 3, 9. So there are 9 multiple of 7 between 1 to 28, and since we are selecting one ball, the total number of favorable event will be 9 ways and the total number of ways will be 28. Again, similarly, if I ask you what is the total number of ways of selecting a multiple of 7, then I have to find the total number of multiple of 7 between 1 to 28. So those will be 7, 14, 21 and 28 itself. So there are 4 ways. So the favorable event is 4 and the total number of ways will be 28. And if I ask you what is the total number of ways of selecting a multiple of 21, because this is the common, 21 is having a multiple of 3 in it and multiple of 7 as well. So we have to subtract the common part. So if I ask you what is the total number of numbers which are multiple of 21, then that will be only 1, because from 1 to 28, multiple of 21 will appear only once. So this will be 1 by 28. So my overall answer will be, since the denominator are same, I can easily write 28 in the denominator. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 minus 1 will be 12. So this will be 4 times 3 and this will be 7. So my answer will be 3 by 7. So the probability of selecting a ball which is having a multiple of 7 or 3 is 3 by 7. So my answer will be option A. And in the second question, what are the total number of balls? In this particular question also, my answer will be 28, because we have already figured out what is the total number of balls in the bag. So this is your third question, and the third question is asking what is the probability that 3 friends Ram, Mohan and Shyam has same birthday. Okay, so in order to solve this question, first we have to determine on what date any of the 3 friends have their birthday. Okay, because after determining the date in a particular year, we will assign the same date to the remaining 2 friends. Okay, so first I am considering Ram. Okay, so we have to find probability, and probability of an event is equal to favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Okay, so in a year we have 365 days. Okay, so this is my total number of outcomes. The total number of outcome is 365, and out of it Ram has to select one of the day as his birthday. Okay, and since the question has not mentioned that what was the day on which Ram has his birthday, so we will have total 365 ways of choosing his birthday. Okay, the day can be the first day of January, the second day of January, or it can be the last day of December, the last day of September. So any of the day in a year can be his birthday. So we have 365 way of selecting his birth date. Okay, so the probability of Ram having birthday on a particular day is 365 divided by 365, that is equal to 1. Okay, so this 1 is equal to the probability that Ram has his birthday on any day of the year. Okay, now after assigning one particular day to Ram, we have to assign the same day to Mohan and Shyam as well. Okay, so for Mohan, the probability of him having the same birthday as Ram will be same, that is NF divided by NT, favorable number of outcome divided by total number of outcome. The total number of outcome will be same, 365, and same will be the case for Shyam as well. So this is the probability that Shyam will have the same birth date as Ram. So this will be 365. Now the question comes that what is the total number of favorable outcomes for Mohan and Shyam. Okay, now since already we have decided that what was the particular day on which Ram was born, that his birth date is fixed. Okay, so that day will be only 1. Okay, so the same day will be used for Mohan and Shyam. So that number of favorable ways for Mohan and Shyam will be only 1. Okay, and since these 3 events are separate and they are happening together, using the fundamental principle of counting, we have to multiply the probability of these 3 events. Okay, so the overall probability will be 1 multiplied by 1 by 365 multiplied by 1 by 365. So my answer will be 1 by 365 whole square. Okay, so with this I will conclude today's session. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Oliveboard. Thank you.